Alright, gonna shoot us another video today. Need to see how things look. See if this helps. Alright, like I said, I'm trying with the talking and all that, so if you like it, let me know. If you don't, let me know. Alright, we're gonna travel. This is also with a new update. Yeah, we'll go ahead and sleep. Okay. Ah, my girl's got my refrigerator. Oh, let's change that to refrigerated as well. Hmm. We'll make a side door and a floor. Ah, yes, because I like it painted. Okay, we will use that. That's the way I look at it. Might as well be refrigerated if it's going to be insulated and all that. You can carry even non-refrigerated cargo in it, so. Bordeaux, France, 1,400 miles. Maybe not. Or kilometers, my bad. Lamb stomachs. Nasty. Containerized trees. Mozzarella de Serbia. Figure there'd be way more cargo than that. We'll go to France. Ours. Frankfurt. Well, let's go to Frankfurt and see what's there and see if we can pick something else up. Ooh, that's a big old jump. Forgot about all the widgets and widgets hidden. All right, I think that's how I want it. 100% positive. We'll see, won't we? Hard as crap to see at night, boys and squirrels. It's all right. Should be a little better. Oh no, it still feels off. It's not, that's centered. Ooh, these brakes are touchy. Let's just check our settings. Where's brakes? No, braking intensity is way down, so. Check sound as well. I don't know what all gets changed when they do updates now with master. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got there. My bad. It's hard as crap to see, just normal headlights. What was our load again? Canned pork from a construction site. Okay. Sure it is. Pretty sure I wouldn't want to eat it. That's the next thing on SCS's list. Is to get proper loads from proper places. It's freaking hilarious. So we could take the secret path, but we're not. We'll just stay on the yellow brick road. They definitely did a huge improvement as far as like load characteristics and that sort of thing, because you can definitely tell now, as you see, loaded versus when we were unloaded. We got their version of the Jake zone. I don't know if it's a Jake brake type setup or if it's just a retarder or what they use. As you can see, it's definitely taking us a little bit more effort to build up to speed. Why I just keep recentering the head tracking, because it just, I know it's different because it's cab over. Taking our canned pork that we picked up from the construction site to Dresden. And it's got to be tasty by the time we get there. Ooh, big boy. I can't remember the video I watched though to get the settings for like suspension and all that. But the cab's a lot more bouncy. But I watched a few videos of actual trucks from over there, people in the cabs driving and that sort of thing, and it pretty much looks like that because, I don't know, they're just different than ours. You know, like I say, I play American Truck as well, and I like our trucks much better than their trucks, for sure. I mean, they just look better. And don't get me wrong, that's a good looking truck. I like it. But, yeah, I prefer our conventionals. I should probably play with the mod and see what a cab over's like on ours. But with that being said, to me, American truck is a little bit more boring because we've got the interstates and everything. So sometimes the drone of the engine, good lord, the hydraulics. But just sometimes the, just the monotony of it because it's interstate and the diesel will put you right to sleep just humming along. Whereas here, lots of turns, lots of towns, speed changes. So it does keep you busy. Oh, got an edging. Come on, Mr. Van. Wasn't 100% positive, so. I can't figure it out sometimes. I'll go to this little one like this so I can get a bird's eye view. Not a bird's eye, but a better view. Alright, I need to turn those hints off. How do we do that? No? Maybe it's in the main gameplay. Sig simulation, yes. Traffic. Oh, we need to turn those on. Sorry about that. Truck stability. All right, not there. Try interface. Local, yes. Secondary names and maps, sure, why not? Consumption units. Sure. Show contextual hints. Bam. That's what we didn't want to see. All right. There, that should fix that problem. I know the speed limit's 80 and we're doing 90, but I think right now we can get away with it on this smooth highway. And we'll know too when we pass a cop. Starting to brighten up out there. Didn't have my mirrors and stuff. Alright. That we gotta fix. So tachometer we want disabled. Indicators disabled. Alright, that fixed that. Even though we're doing 90 kilometers, boy, it looks extremely slow. Ooh, look at that trailer lane. Maybe that's why we have it set. They have it set to 80 kilometers. Let's take a look now when we do a turn. That's a little better, slowing her down. Still somebody roll, but I think it's acceptable. I can tell you playing with head tracking on ETS is definitely a requirement in my book if you want to get the proper placement. Sometimes I'll play without it and I'll set it the cabin view with the mouse where I can kind of see out that mirror, and it's like you're sitting all shotgun like that. American truck's a little easier because I drive a Peterbilt 379. So I can cab, cab's real narrow on that one, so you can set it and see out of both, and it's not so bad. Guess I should get a regular one. And see what it looks like. I also wish I could play the radio while doing these, but you can't because of copyrights. I'm not trying to take the music and tell everybody it's my own. Just want have to feel something to fill in the quiet outside of me. I think we can all agree that would be awesome. Through the building, sunrise through the buildings. So party. So party. I guess while we're tooling along, could give you some background on myself. 50 years old, father of 4, grandfather of 5, empty nester. Just been a gamer since I was a kid. Love playing games. Now that I'm older and empty nester, I can afford all the big boy toys to make it look better, the high quality, all that stuff. And also, after breaking my neck, that made me disabled. So I picked up streaming. For 2 things. Maybe make a few dollars to help, because disability don't pay crap. And number 2, just give me something to do. Combines, like most people say, their hobby with a possible source of income, that sort of thing. If it does, it does. If it don't, it don't. Is it easy? Yes and no. You just can buy a camera and a few other things and start streaming away. If you want better looking streams and things of that nature, then you got to buy higher quality cameras and mics and all kinds of stuff like that. You don't have to, but again, if you want better quality stuff, or whatever you're feeling, you feel personally that you want to get out of it or put into it, either or. Yeah, we're gonna cheat right there, since I was yapping and wasn't thinking. No contracts with this company. Okay. I will also admit that it's a lot harder to get stuff in this than American Truck. Oh, medical equipment. That's gonna pay, yeah, $51. Ooh, medical vaccines. Even better. That's good money. So anyway, yeah, if you want to, if you want better quality stuff, streams, yada, yada, yada. I haven't been to Magdeburg. What's that one? Wordle? Ain't been there either. But that's not offered. Yeah, so you can do different. You don't have to spend big money to take another one, won't we? You don't have to spend big money to get into streaming and everything. But also depends on what you want everything to look like. It's like anything, depends on what you want. I mean, do I Had no way to see that herd coming around that corner. Try this again. Yeah, give it a shot. Get you, a cheap cam. Something around 40 bucks, 30 bucks. And some people, you can actually use your phone too. Alright, Minnie. Depending on what kind of phone you got. It's not a problem. Then buy you a couple of cheap lights. Because you do need lighting. I've got some different sets of lights and stuff. I mean, there's tons of videos out there how to do it. I'm not going to go through all that because I'm not a professional by no means. But yeah, give it a shot. See if you like it. When you first start out, some people can connect and hit up and start growing. Depends on how much effort you want to put in it. I put effort in it, but I mean, I'm not going to go out here and kill myself every day to do everything. Because you got to learn how to do video editing. You got to learn how to create shorts. Shoot, first thing you got to do is learn how to get all your stuff set up so you can even stream or make the videos. Making videos is easier, depending on what style and what you're going to do, but streaming, you just get on and start blasting. So it's a lot to absorb, that sort of thing. I do consider myself tech literate, especially being a Gen X, since we grew up bridging the gap between analog and digital. But some of the stuff does, give me a little bit of confusion and fits to figure out. Not gonna lie. But I just learn and do what I can. Work on it. And like anything else, because I built race cars for a living. Till the neck forced me out. Once you get aggravated and pissed off with it, you just step back for a little while and take a breather and do something else. Do you have to have a super ultra mega badass rig and setup? No. But it helps. You don't have to. It's just whatever you got money for or whatever. Don't go broke trying it. Just I'm at a point in my life where I can afford to throw some money at it. Not only that, I like being the cool old man that has all kinds of toys. It don't have to be expensive, but it can start getting expensive. I looked into like the cameras that some of the bigger ones use, the professional grade, if you will, cameras. Dude, the cheapest one of those is like $700. I ain't ready to jump off into that. I've got an Osbot Meet 2 for 4K. I think it's an E-Meet is the second one I just bought, which is going to be your dog cam over here is what I call it, the one that shows my wheel and everything. That's the E-Meet. But the Osbot is the one that you see my face on. Because I had some cheap camera from years ago. Oh God, probably 2017-ish. It was like 20, 25 bucks back then. It was horrible. I think I did 1 or 2 streams with it, and it was just, yeah. All my friends were like, oh God, the camera quality is bad, blah, blah, blah. And I could see on my, because that's another thing. You at least want to have at least one other monitor. Or maybe a super ultra wide where you can split it up into 2 27s. But you always want to be able to monitor your stream so you can see what's going on, what it looks like, if it's grainy, pixelated, because that's where your software, depending on what you pick. We ain't gonna wait on a second. Watch this. Did we run it? Sure did. There you go. Take that. Yeah, so you want to be able to watch and see what your stream looks like so you can troubleshoot problems or whatever. And so you can see your chats. That's one of the things I struggle with is I get focused in my gaming and then forget to look up or over to check on your chats. And all that's also going to depend on what equipment you're using. My main monitor is a G9. So I have a lot of real estate to look across. See, like now I'm all focused. It's hard to talk. But I got a 32-inch ultra wide up there and a 27-inch over there that I use to monitor streams or things. There's the Discord. Get into that too. So yeah, we just picked up our load. How we doing on sleepies? We got time. But one thing I do like to do when I'm places, and I got, as you see there, the little gray spot. I like, because do I want to try and get the achievement for all the roads? Yes. Will it happen? Maybe. So I know the big streamers, they make it look easy, like, you know, oh, you don't need much, you can get in it, and you think you can start making tons of money. Maybe, but not straight out the gate. I guess maybe you could, just depending on your gimmick and whatever. But I don't try to have a gimmick or anything. I just try and be me. Yeah, so I do it for the love of, you know, because I like gaming. Might as well give it a try. I ain't gonna lie, if I do make some money, that's awesome. Rising cost of everything, trust me, any little bit will help. But like for the YouTube requirements, it's like 500 followers. I don't even remember. You had to look at. I remember it was ridiculous, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So some of the goals that you have to reach to get there to make the money can seem difficult. I mean, shoot, even on Twitch, you got to have 25 followers and average 3 viewers for 30 days on every stream, and yeah, that's been difficult. I think I got like 23, 24 followers so far in the 2 months that I've been doing it. And average viewers is 1.3, I think. So sometimes it does hit you in the gut. Discourages you. You're like, I'll just quit. But you can. Or you can keep taking the beating and see what happens. You just got to be entertaining. One thing I saw was like, you know, do your streams and then watch them. If you can't stand watching your own stream for like at least 15 minutes, then, you know, figure out what you're doing that makes you hate it. Me personally, I can't stand the sound of my own voice. I don't like it. So, and I asked, you know, everybody out there to give feedback. Hey, you know, maybe you should do this, or, you know, if you did this, it'd be a little more entertaining to watch. I'm fine with that. I mean, we all want it nice, constructive, and not just, hey, bro, you suck, give up, shoot yourself, drink bleach, whatever. I mean, you can do that too, but kindness goes a long way, especially when it comes to constructive criticism when you're trying to build something. Another thing is, you know, you think I suck and should drink bleach and all that, that's cool, but I would like for you to get on and try streaming and see how far it goes. So that's, yeah, there you go. There's your challenge. Take your phone, use a flashlight if you have to, just turn all your lights on in your room, make a video or two, make you a Twitch account, stream whatever you want, and then tell me how well it goes. I mean, girls have got it easier. You know, dudes watch girls just because they're girls. So, not being sexist, not being whatever, just being truthful. In the world of gaming, the majority is men, dudes, guys, whatever you want to call us. And the females make up a smaller percentage. It's just facts. So a low-cut shirt will go a long way. Oof. But it can be hard and discouraging. I'm not going to lie and say, you know, there ain't been a few times I've thought to myself, you know, I should just quit. do something different. Or just, play and not stream. Or not make videos like this. Again, you can. Ooh, that was horrible. Might as well just take a shot. Now, what all that has to do with the background on me, I don't know. But that's the great thing about having ADHD as well. Is you never know where it's going to lead you. How far we got to go? 368 kilometers. I was going to say I'll just shut up and we can enjoy the ride from here on, but it's a long way to go in silence. If you made it this far, thank you. If not, thank you anyway. Something else to chit chat while we're riding here, since we ain't got no music. Rick, what do I playing on? What am I using? Okay, no problem. Motherboard is MSI. Can't remember the board exactly, but it's the cheaper one out of the package of deals you can buy at Micro Center. So I got the basic board. But you don't really need to do the overclocking and all anymore with everything. Well, depending on the rest of your specs. So there's that. There's the motherboard. Processor. 9800X3D. Memory. 64 gigs. DDR5. 6,000 speed. Has Corsair Vengeance. I upgraded that because I think it's 32 gigs was the standard, and I played DCS World also, so 32 gigs ain't gonna cut it. Bought this back over the summer when I upgraded from my other rig, which I'll tell you about here shortly, which is the second rig I use for 2PC streaming. Yeah, so I upgraded back over the summer. And should have went ahead with the 96 gigs of memory then, but the 64 was doing fine because I got it at the beginning of summer, I think. And then along about September, October, I was like, I'll get 96. That's before I had my little part-time job, so money was a little tighter. So I was like, I'll just wait till Christmas and then get it. Wouldn't you know it, the RAM shortage. Fabricated, of course, as we know. But, nevertheless, real as real can be now. So yeah, I'm stuck with 64 gigs. Another way I like to drive is like this too. It's easier on your system, and I just like it because I get a full view of all the eye candy. Alright, so anyway, 64 gigs of memory, DDR5 6000, and I use a 7900 XTX. Number one, because just Jensen's freaking crazy with the prices he wants for everything. Number two, I've always used AMD for everything. Yeah. FSR is not as good as DLS. A few other whatnots. There we go. There we go. But this card was $1,000 versus $2,500 for a 4090. Because I need the VRAM for DCS World. Because it'll use all 24 gigs, no problem. So yeah, so 7900 XTX, and then I think this rig is a total of 15 or 16 terabytes. 8 of which is on NVM drives. Then 8 on a 2.5-inch SSD. And then another 4 on just a regular HDD drive. And I bought that like years ago when 4 terabytes was just stupid and expensive. So I keep all my low-res games from Steam on that. Or older games like Final Fantasy 7 and 8. You know, just older stuff that don't need all the horsepower the rest of my, or the fast, or the speed of the NVMs, or the 2.5-inch. You can cram a lot of the older games in 4 terabytes when they're only like measured in megabytes, or maybe 1 gig, or 10 or 12 gigs even. So yeah, that's this rig. Oh, and it's in a P3 case, Thermalake, the open case. I use open case for it, so that heat's not a problem. This sucker will warm up this room between the 3 monitors and the rig, and then your lighting. Yeah, it'll throw out some heat. Okay, that's the main rig, the gaming rig. Streaming rig, which I cobbled together out of all the parts, because I also build computers for people. I cobbled all the parts together, just left over laying around. And it is an Asus board. No, it's not Asus. Tough. It's a Tough gaming board for the motherboard. B550 board. Oh, main rig is 8X70E MSI board. Is a X870E is what the 9800 7900 XT setup is. Alright, so back to the secondary rig, streaming rig. Go juice. There we go. That, like I said, Tough gaming board. B550. And that's my old 5800X3D processor in it. I don't know what was going on here. Alright, so I got that in there. And that one has 64 gigs. Now the main rig is 64 on 2 sticks. That rig is 64 on 4 sticks. 4 16 gig sticks. Which is this one is just 2 32s. And it's also wall mounted, that's why I keep pointing over there. It's mounted to the wall. I run all my cables through the wall in my little cubby hole. The second rig, yeah, is the 5800X3D, and the GPU on it is my old 6900 XT. Like I said, all parts laying around. And it's got 3 terabytes of total storage. Well, 1 terabyte NVM with the operating system, and then a 2 terabyte that I pulled out of here to upgrade for DCS, because DCS is a resource hog. So I went from a 2 terabyte NVM just for DCS World to a 4 terabyte NVM for DCS World. So all that got recycled into that, and it's a generic white case, panoramic, 2-side glass that you can see through, white case from Amazon. Oh, power supplies. This rig, the main rig, is 1200 watts. That one over there is 1000 watts. I say that one over there. I don't think you can see. I got the lights turned off in here. It's daytime. This is like 2:30 in the afternoon. So to get the head tracking to work, I have to darken out the room, or else it screws up the sensor. So, and the way I use the two PCs for streaming, I'm not using two now because I'm just recording a video. I really don't have to. I just had all the extra crap laying around, so I did it because I can. Is I use the Elgato 4KS to capture card to transfer the data between the two PCs, so that we can game on this one and put all the streaming load on that one. And I streamed on this one too, just alone before I decided to do the two, since I had to. You don't need it. You don't need to do two. It's not necessary unless you got two really low rigs. Even then, it's still not. You just, turn down all your resolutions and turn stuff down. You can still do it. Biggest factor is going to be your internet, if you got good internet or bad internet. But yeah, I use the Elgato to 4KS, the capture card, to flip the data between the two. And the monitor I use for that streaming PC is just my TV. Toshiba, a couple years ago, I had a sale on Amazon for 55-inch smart TVs for, I think I paid like $230, 4K. Pictures are good, real good. And I do game on it. I don't do the heavy duty stuff, but I'll play Roadcraft on it. And other games, I usually sit over here in my chair and play games on that one. Just, easy stuff, so I can just sit back in my chair, a recliner, instead of over here at the battle station. So yeah, there you go. There's some information on everything. Going back to, going back to streaming and learning to stream and all that, that's one thing you need to do. Is people, I don't know if you've ever watched other streams or streamed, or even videos. Some of them you can watch that are just, just the video of people gaming, no sound, other than whatever the gameplay is. A lot of people just don't want to sit there and, well, doo-doo. Alright, let's set the cruise control to help us out. But yeah, one thing that I've heard many of the other streamers say, or the people I watch, CPAWs and some of the other guys, they're like, oh yeah, don't have an empty stream. Always be ABC, always be chatting. So I try. And I have no idea why I'm yawning. It's the middle of the day. So that's where I rely on you, the viewer, to point us in the right direction. Do you like the way it's going? Do you not like the way it's going? Do I need to shut up? Your feedback is very important. How much further y'all got to put it with me? 18 kilometers and I can shut up. So we'll finish the last little bit in peace, and I'll catch you when we're parking. Okay, you can't turn right on red over in Europe. All right. I know I said I promised all the way to parking, but between the right on red ticket, the little train trying to hit us, and me saying, yeah, it's close enough. I got a chitty chat about all that craziness we just watched. Ah, there's our parking right there. Oh, well, it's okay. I'll cheat. All right, so thank you for watching if you have watched. Like I said, your feedback is most important to me more than anything. So if you could, just leave some comments or email directly, bigdaddybones30@gmail. Thank you for watching. All suggestions are most definitely welcome. If you have any questions, hit it up in the comments or catch me on the stream, either Kick or Twitch. And I do stream on YouTube as well, but I usually watch my Kick and my Twitch more than anything, and you can ask questions there. All right. Thank you for following along, and see you on the next run.